There was once a farmer who lived in this village and also was a herder of sheep. One day, he took his sheep out to pasture, and while they were grazing, he suddenly heard a strange noise coming from a patch of grass. It first sounded like a kitten. Led by his curiosity, this old shepherd went to see what was the source of this incessant sound, and to his greatest surprise, he found a lone shivering lion cub, obviously separated from his family. His first thought was the danger he would be in if he stayed too close to this cub and his parents returned. So the old man quickly left the area and watched from a distance to see if the murdered lion or the pack would return. However, after the sun began to set and there was still no activity to secure the lion cub, the shepherd decided that in his best judgment and for the safety and survival of the lion cub, he would take him to his farmhouse and care for him. Over the next 8 months, the shepherd hand-fed this cub with fresh milk and kept him warm, safe and secure in the protective confines of the farmhouse. After the cub had grown into a playful, energetic ball of shining muzzle, he would take him out daily with the sheep to graze. The lion cub grew with the sheep and became a part of the herd. They accepted him as one of their own and he acted like one of them. After 15 months had passed, the little cub had become an adolescent lion, but he acted, sounded, responded and behaved just like one of the sheep. In essence, the lion had become a sheep by association. He had lost himself and became one of them. One hot day, 4 years later, the shepherd sat on a rock, taking refuge in the slight shade of a leafless tree. He watched over his flock as they waded into the quiet, flowing water of a river to drink. The lion, who thought he was a sheep, followed them into the water to drink. Suddenly, just across the river, there appeared out of the thick jungle bush a large beast that the lion cub had never seen before. The sheep panicked and, as if under the spell of some survival instinct, leaped out of the water and dashed towards the direction of the farm. They never stopped until they were all safely huddled behind the face of the pen. Strangely, the lion cub, who was now a grown lion, was also huddled with them, stricken with fear. While the flock scrambled for the safety of the farm, the beast made a sound that seemed to shake the forest. When he lifted his head above the tall grass, the shepherd could see that he held in his blood-drenched mouth the lifeless body of a lamb from the flock. The man knew that danger has returned to the path of this forest. 7 days passed without further incidents, and then, while the flock grazed again, the young lion went down to the river to drink. As he bent over the water, he suddenly panicked and ran wildly towards the farmhouse for safety. The sheep did not run and wondered why he had, while the lion wondered why the sheep had not run since he had seen the beast again. After a while, the young lion went slowly back to the flock and then to the water to drink again. Once more, he saw the beast and froze in panic. It was his own reflection in the water. While he tried to understand what he was seeing, suddenly the beast appeared out of the jungle again. The flock dashed with breakneck speed towards the farmhouse, but before the young lion could move, the beast stepped into the water towards him and made that deafening sound that filled the forest. For a moment, the young lion felt that his life was about to end. He realized that he saw not just one beast, but two, one in the water and one before him. His head was spinning with confusion as the beast came within 10 feet of him and growled at him face to face with frightening power in a way that seemed to say to him, "Try it and come and follow me." As fear gripped the young lion, he decided to try to appease the beast and make the same sound. However, the only noise that came from his gaping jaws was the sound of a sheep. The beast responded with an even louder burst that seemed to say, "Try it again." After 7 or 8 attempts, the young lion suddenly heard himself make the same sound as the beast. He also felt stirring in his bodies and feeling that he has never known before. It was as if he was experiencing a total transformation in his mind, body, and spirit. Suddenly, there stood in the river of life 2 beasts, growling at and to each other. Then the shepherd saw something he would never forget. As the beastly sound filled the forest for miles around, the beast stopped, turned his back on the young lion, and started towards the forest. Then he paused and looked at the young lion one more time and growled, as if to say, "Are you coming?" The young lion knew what the gesture meant and suddenly realized that his day of decision has arrived. The day he would have to choose whether to continue to live life as a sheep or to be the self he has just discovered. He knew that to become his true self, he would have to give up the safe, secure, predictable, and simple life of the farm and enter the frightening, wild, untamed, unpredictable, dangerous life of the jungle. It was a day to become true to himself and leave the false image of another life behind. It was an invitation to a sheep to become the king of the jungle. Most importantly, it was an invitation for the body of a lion to possess the spirit of a lion. After looking back and forth at the farm and the jungle a few times, the young lion turned his back on the farm and the sheep with whom he had lived for years, and he followed the beast into the forest to become who he always had been, a lion king. The story of the lion and the sheep demonstrates the power of attitude. We live our attitudes, and our attitude creates our lives. The difference between the attitudes of a lion and a sheep determines their place in the scheme of the animal kingdom. Moral lessons. Just as the young lion's genuine growl revealed his inherent strengths, you can also release the inherent strength within you when you come to understand your true self. Number 2. Just as a young lion watched the beast walking away and knew that he had to make a decision about his future, you have a choice to make about your own future. Number 3. Just as a young lion looked back at the farm where his sheep were and then looked towards the forest where the lion was heading, you have to evaluate your past and your potential and step towards one or the other. Number 4. Just as the young lion knew that to become his true self, he would have to give up the safe, secure, predictable, and simple life of the farm and enter the frightening, wild, untamed, unpredictable, dangerous life of the jungle. You will have to leave the safe confines of being yourself if you are going to become the better version of you.